Broncos country, brace yourselves, because today we're diving deep into what's going on with our Denver Broncos defense after the 2025 draft. Are you ready to feel the impact that these rookies, especially Barron and Savon Jones, are going to bring to our squad? Let's go, because this video is going to have you shouting Orange Crush from start to finish. Grab your beer, throw on your orange and blue jersey, and come with me for this analysis that's hotter than the Colorado sun in July. So, Broncos country, how are you feeling after the 2025 draft? I know we're used to seeing our defense as a wall, but oh my God, what Sean Payton and George Paton have done this year is on another level. The Denver Broncos defense was already one of the most feared in the NFL, with that "you shall not pass" vibe that makes any quarterback shake. But now, with the additions of cornerback Barron and edge rusher Savon Jones, things just got even more serious. Seriously, folks, it seems like Vance Joseph, our defensive coordinator, is grinning ear to ear because these guys are the type of players that make opponents have nightmares. So, today, we're going to break down these two picks that are making all the noise. I'm going to tell you who Barron and Savon Jones are, why they're perfect for our system, and how they're going to turn our defense into a wrecking machine. And of course, I want to hear from you in the comments. What are your expectations for the impact of these guys? Already dreaming of sacks and interceptions? Drop them below, because we are Broncos country, and here, the passion for the team speaks louder. Let's start with the guy who's being called the first round steal. Barron, the cornerback who came straight from the University of Texas to make waves in Denver. Broncos country, if you don't know this guy yet, get ready, because he's exactly what we needed to keep our secondary a fortress. Jody was picked in the first round, pick 20, and is already being hailed as one of the best selections of the entire draft. Why? Because this guy is a true playmaker. In 2024, he had an insane season with the Longhorns, leading the defense with numbers that had NFL scouts drooling. He recorded 5 interceptions, 12 passes defended, and had an absurd ability to read the quarterback as if he had the playbook in his hands. You know that corner who always seems to be one step ahead of the wide receiver? That's Barron, and what makes him so special for the Broncos. First off, he fits like a glove into Vance Joseph's system. Our defense loves to pressure the quarterback and force mistakes, and Jade is a master at capitalizing on those moments. He has ridiculous speed. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.38 seconds at the combine, and agility that leaves any receiver in the dust. Plus, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. The guy tackles like a linebacker, which is gold in a secondary, facing teams with fast running backs and versatile receivers. Broncos country. Imagine Barron playing alongside Pat Surtain. ESP, who's already one of the best corners in the league. It's like putting Batman and Superman on the same defense. And there's more. With Riley Moss and Chris Abrams-Drain in the rotation, our secondary is so deep that opponents will be praying not to throw the ball. What do you think, folks? Already picturing Jade picking off a pass for a pick 6 against Patrick Mahomes at Arrowhead Stadium. Drop it in the comments, because I know you're just as hyped as I am. Now, let's talk about the other monster who's joined to strengthen our defense, Savon Jones, the edge rusher from LSU who was drafted in the 3rd round, pick 101. Broncos country, if you think our defensive line was already tough with guys like Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers, just wait until you see what Savon can do. This guy is a natural predator, the kind of player who makes a quarterback look at the clock and wish the game would end soon. At LSU, Savon was known for being a disruptor. In 2024, he finished the season with 7.5 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles. Not to mention the constant pressure he put on QBs, even when it didn't show up in the stats. He has that explosive first step that leaves offensive tackles eating dust, and a raw power that knocks blockers down like they're paper dolls. At the Combine, he impressed with 33 reps on the 225-pound bench press and a 36-inch vertical jump, proving he's a complete athlete. And why is he so important for the Broncos? Because our defense thrives on quarterback pressure. Vance Joseph loves to send blitzes and create chaos on the offensive line, and Savon is the perfect guy for that. He's not just a pass rusher, he's also solid against the run, which is crucial in a division with running backs like Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs and Zamir White of the Raiders. With Savon joining guys like Barron Browning and Jonathan Cooper, our defensive front is going to be a nightmare for any offensive line. Broncos country, I want to know, who do you think Savon is going to sack first? Derek Carr of the Raiders, Justin Herbert of the Chargers, or maybe even Mahomes himself? Drop it in the comments, because this guy's coming with fire in his eyes, and I can't wait to see him in orange and blue. Now that we know Jahdae Barron and Savon Jones, let's talk about the impact they're going to have on our defense as a whole. Broncos country, get ready. Because what's coming is a defense that's not just going to stop opponents, but will dominate games. Let's break it down into a few points to make it crystal clear why these guys are so important. First, versatility. Both Jahdae and Savon bring flexibility that Vance Joseph loves. Jahdae can play outside corner, in the slot, and even as a safety in some formations, giving our defensive coordinator a million options to confuse offenses. On the other hand, Savon can line up as an edge rusher, but also slide inside on certain plays, creating mismatches against guards and centers. This versatility is what makes our defense unpredictable. And in the NFL, unpredictability is everything. Second, mentality. These two guys play with an intensity that's the essence of the Broncos. Jahdae has that cornerback swagger, that confidence of knowing he's the best on the field and isn't afraid to show it. Savon, on the other hand, plays with rage, like every snap is personal. This combination of confidence and aggression is exactly what we need to face teams like the Chiefs, who are always testing our patience. Third, depth. Broncos country. Think about it. Our defense was already top 10 in the NFL in 2024, even with a few holes. Now, with Jahdae strengthening the secondary and Savon adding more firepower to the pass rush, we're talking about a unit that could be top 5, maybe even top 3. And that's without counting the veterans we already know and love, like Alex Singleton and Cody Barton, who continue to be the heart of this defense. So, guys, what are your expectations for this defense in 2025? Do you think we'll lead the NFL in sacks, in interceptions, or maybe in points allowed? Leave it in the comments, because I know you're as excited as I am to see this defense dominate. Broncos country, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. The 2025 draft was a pivotal moment for the Denver Broncos, and the picks of Jahdae Barron and Savon Jones show that Sean Payton and George Paton are hungry. They knew our defense was the team's strength, but they also knew we needed more pieces to compete with the AFC giants, like the Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills. What I love most about these picks is how they show a clear vision. Jahdae Barron wasn't just the best player available. He was a strategic pick to bolster an already elite secondary. Savon Jones, on the other hand, was a gem in the third round, a guy who has starter potential and fell into our lap because of the focus on QBs and receivers in the early rounds. This is what separates a good GM from a great one, knowing where to find value when others don't see it. And it's not just about the players. It's about the message these picks send. Broncos country. What Sean Payton is saying with this draft is, we are the Denver Broncos, and our defense will be the best in the NFL. It's a declaration of war to the opponents, especially the AFC West teams, who are now going to have to deal with Jahdae Barron stealing balls and Savon Jones taking down QBs. Broncos country, now it's your turn. I want this video to be a big conversation between all of us, so leave in the comments what you think about these picks. Will Barron be the next champ Bailey? Will Savon Jones lead the team in sacks in his first year? And which game are you most excited to see these guys in action? I bet the matchup against the Chiefs at Mile High will be epic, with Jadai and Savon showing the rivals who runs the division. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we'll keep bringing you everything about the Denver Broncos. This is just the beginning of the season, and I know you're as ready as I am to see our team dominate. So let's make some noise, Broncos country. Who's the best fan base in the NFL? That's right, it's us. Broncos country, the 2025 draft was a game changer for the Denver Broncos. With Barron and Savon Jones joining to strengthen an already elite defense, we're looking at a season that could be historic. These guys aren't just rookies. They're the future of our team, and they're ready to carry the torch of the Orange Crush with pride. So, get ready, because the Denver Broncos defense is tougher than ever. Barron is going to make opposing receivers wish they stayed home, and Savon Jones is going to turn quarterbacks into easy prey. And with us, the best fan base in the NFL. Supporting the team from start to finish, I have no doubt 2025 will be the year of the Broncos. Thanks for watching Broncos Country. Leave that like, share it with your friends, and let's keep this conversation going in the comments. Until next time, and as always, go Broncos!